Hello, everybody. I am FTA,
I'm T-Bay.
and welcome back to our third annual A Public Domain Halloween. This year, we decided to go with more of I was going to say, we were going to go for more of a classic movie, but all of these movies are technically classic because they're all old and no one owns them anymore. This was selected through our Patreon. If you'd like to select more videos like this that we do, just go to our...
How many votes did it get?
Got the most.
I know it got the most, but the most could be 2.
You know, I would have to go back and check, but it got like percentage wise, it was like this was the clear winner.
Oh, okay.
So this series, 1960s Little Shop of Horrors, the original Roger Corman production.
Good old Roger Corman.
This might have the best reason why it's in the public domain.
Okay.
This isn't because it's just old and it's copyright expired like so many movies. It's not due to an oversight like Night of the Living Dead. This is literally Roger Corman didn't think anyone would give a crap about this movie, so he just purposely did not copyright it. It's just like, Jesus fuck. So I wonder when the far more famous remake came out in the 80s with Rick Moranis. I believe Frank Oz directed that.
Yep.
I guess legally they didn't have to do anything with Roger Corman. I wonder if he was brought on or if he was a part of it, what have you. You're a big fan of the remake, and I'm sure a lot of this will be us talking about.
Oh, I'm not only a big fan of the remake. Little Shop of Horrors was the first stage play I ever saw.
Okay.
So it's been my favorite musical for a very, very long time.
Which I guess so after this, I want to say the stage play came first before it was remade into a musical movie.
I want to say so. This is probably information that I should have looked up before we started. But I did.
This was one of your choices. I expected you to know more. Did you?
Yeah, but you talk more than I do. So
Lots, plants, cheap.
Look, they're good at selling flowers. They're not good at writing signs. So there you go. We're using the auto-generated closed captioning, so I don't think that's gonna make
on YouTube, which is about. Because I watched it with this on, I would say it's a good 75% accurate.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't break down like on an official subtitle. It would have full sentences for the different character lines. This is just whoever's speaking, just lines pop up.
Yeah.
So I was like this bit. There's guys in the middle of doing dental work, but decide, no, I gotta ring up and order my flowers now.
Yep. The dentist is such a creepy character.
kind of somewhat reminiscent of the creepy dentist in Seinfeld, played by Bryan Cranston.
He wasn't creepy. He was just.
There's episodes where he flat out implies he puts patients under and does things to them.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
about that.
That's not creepy, TJ.
I
You're
said
the
I
creepy
forgot about
one,
that.
you sick fuck.
I just remember him pretending to be Jewish.
Oh, Seinfeld, you bee-loving freak. So you saw the stage play first. I mean, when have you, before this commentary, had you gone back to watch this version?
I don't think I've ever seen this version. But the version that I have seen a lot is obviously the Frank Oz one. Because damn, that puppetry, so good.
If everything in this movie looks like a cheap TV show and it looks like it was filmed in a week, because it was.
Yeah.
They say Roger Corman. I'm going to put a pin in that for a second. As I showed TJ this beforehand, there's the gentleman on the left here, Dick Miller, and the woman in the back, I forget Jackie Joseph. I want to say.
I think you're right.
A lot of people would the younger woman in the kind of I would say the younger woman in the dress, but they're both wearing dresses. The one in the white shoes. Some people would probably remember those two together best.
This little bit with Seymour where he's trying to even out the flowers, but he keeps cutting the one too short.
I think a lot of people would probably recognize them best as Mr. and Mrs. Futterman from Gremlins.
Yeah, sure, recognize.
You uncultured swine. Dick Miller, I'm sure a lot of people who he's in every single. I mean, that's like the flower eater. What the? There's just good flowers.
My secret shame.
Go back to Holland. You know, because a lot of people, like Roger Corman, you know, a lot of people got their start. I mean, we're going to see a young Jack Nicholson in this.
This is his first movie.
No, it's not. It's his third movie. A lot of
Really?
people think this was in my research. I looked up because I honestly had to do some research. I found that from what all the sources I found said this was not his first movie.
Oh.
Because Nicholson was asked about this directly, and he said that he'd worked with Coleman in the past, and so I guess the year this was made, I guess 59. I think this was filmed maybe in 59 for a 60 release or something.
Uh-huh.
This was filmed towards the end of the year, and at the January 1st of the new year, contracts were going to change for actors in terms of like residuals and how much producers had to pay them, what have you. And so Corman wanted to crank out one more movie, like before he had to like pay them his due, kind of thing. And so this is why if this looks like a sitcom of the times, because this was literally filmed multicam style.
Huh.
There's very few sets, you know, very little camera movement. All the blocking is very, you know, I'm gonna Jackie's just standing. I'm gonna stand here until my next line, and I move forward a little bit. You know, very very quick, very cheap. But you know, this movie obviously resonated with people. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't have become a stage show and then the movie. And then there was I want to say there was a very short-lived cartoon as well at one point.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was something where like the characters are teenagers and like the Audrey plant is less of an evil thing, and it's like, you know, so many movies, especially in like especially in the 80s and like early 90s, so many movies would get like children cartoon adaptations where it's like why this movie, and other movies would be like, this is not appropriate for children, you know, like the RoboCop cartoon, like
oh god,
the Mortal Kombat cartoon, you know,
Yeah.
like so many weird things like that.
we don't letting you spend so much. So the side of the background says.
Like this plot point is like the guy says. The script for this is very just like, I've got a plant that can do anything. Okay, because this guy who eats flowers says that could be a good idea. I want to give you a week to keep your job. It's like, okay.
Oh yeah, so going back to what I was saying. So yeah, I think when I was so when I was 7, I
get it. He jumped over the bucket.
That's
Don't mean it.
so
Go.
I was looking at this movie before we started recording. And I was just like, freaking Seymour. And you were like, what did he do? I was like,
Everything.
Everything.
Seymour, would you like to tell me when it's 7:30?
No, mother.
Seymour, your friend Pont. Your friend Pont is here. Yes, mother.
Yes, mother, I know. It's Audrey too. That's one of the... It's very obvious he has a crush on Audrey. And he's like, I'm gonna take this plate after you. Audrey too.
If Audrey's so good, where's the sequel? Fucking near. You were saying?
Anyway, when I was like 6 or 7, my mom enrolled me in drama classes, which I was in until I was 18.
Oh yeah, why'd you stop?
Because the class is only for people through high school.
That's prejudice.
So, and then, but like when I was a kid, there was a theater in Columbus that did like children's productions, and so my mom took me to several shows that they did. One that I remember is Little Shop of Horrors. That was the first one, and then I believe I also saw Bridge to Terabithia. Was one of the you don't know that?
But the movie?
No, well, I mean, it's a play also.
Oh,
But,
that's a kids movie where, spoiler alert, one of the kids dies.
yeah.
Yeah, I laughed. They ain't real fucking.
Hey, bro, what they haven't done for me?
Look out for the bridge!
Hey, real?
It's like the Hunter and Beth, my favorite friends. Unlike there's an episode of Friends where like Chandler can't cry and they're talking about movies and stuff, and it's like you never cried at Bambi, or like when Bambi's mom dies. Turner was like, yeah, it's real sad when the guy stops drawing the dick. Got him.
Zing. Oh, but and then a couple years ago, actually Aaron, Jonathan, Carlin, and I went and saw Little Shop of Horrors was done at a Shadow Box. And that was a pretty good version. I liked it. It's like a puppetry in that too.
So I was boning up on my research, and I guess so they filmed all the interiors for this movie were done in 2 days.
Oh my god!
Which, no, seriously, the bulk of this movie is this set.
Yeah. I mean, it is in the play too.
Yeah, but it was a movie first, so you would expect if this started as a play, you would understand why there's so few sets. But I think again, this as it being a beast of lack of cheap and quick, and also the set itself, the sets had been left standing from a movie called A Bucket of Blood. So that they had pre-existing sets, which I guess they just put up some cheap plants and those signs. Like, I think if you look at this,
We don't letting you spend so much.
I think if you look at the I'm gonna do a quick bit of research about what A Bucket of Blood is. I want to see if it. I wonder if it was a western. Because if you look at the set, the doors to go out the back, they're like the old saloon doors.
Yeah.
I'd love it if they just took like a freaking they just took like a cowboy set and just we're gonna make this into a modern day plant place.
Don't feel sad, Seymour.
Good old internet. Letting us do research in the middle of a commentary.
Well, again, I watched this. I did all this week because we were going to do this a few weeks ago, and so I was all boned up like 3 weekends ago to do this, and I don't.
Boning we shall do.
Boning we shall. Just like Seymour wants to do a bit of boning himself.
Yikes.
Wants to stick his dick in that plant.
Ew.
Ew. It's the closest thing to poison ivy you're gonna get.
Oh, that poison ivy.
Yeah.
Oh, the zombies.
No. We should make a crossover movie, Night of the Living Little Shop of Horrors, where it's a bunch of zombie plants.
No, it's a bunch of local businesses that then turn into plant shops that then house many plants.
Oh my god.
I'll get you some water, okay?
I mean, I forget. Are you a fan of the Frank Oz version?
Never seen it.
You've never seen it?
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, it's a classic. Oh, I just did that thing again that you hate. Where you answer a question that I ask you again.
No, I lied. I have seen it several times. You can't see the post of it, TJ, behind you on my wall, you dipshit? You actually look, you fucking mug.
That's the joke, you idiot.
So this is the bit where we find out that blood makes this thing grow.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to suck the blood.
Did this one go into where he got it?
Oh, you must be kidding.
Sure.
It doesn't.
I don't remember if it does or not.
Oh, okay. Because in the first one, when he first shows them the plant, they have this whole bit about like how he got it.
Well, it says he tells him he grew a special plant that he grown from seeds that he got from a quote Japanese gardener on Central Avenue.
Oh,
End
Okay.
quote.
So yeah, in the Frank Oz version, he's like walking down the street, and then he's like, I think he's actually walking through Chinatown, and then there's a solar eclipse, and then it just appears like at like a plant shop, and he buys it.
That makes about as much sense as most of the Marvel superhero backstories.
Well, they imply that the Audrey 2 is an alien.
so it is. So in the remake, it's called Audrey 2,
Yeah.
because in this, it's called Audrey Junior.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Audrey 2 is a better game.
Because it's stupider.
It is stupid.
It's it's a sequel.
Yeah.
But you know what you did?
Well, and then I think it's cute because Rick Moranis calls it Tui.
Oh boy, look at that.
It's adorable.
I wonder what his favorite banjo game is. Nuts and bolts.
Banjo Pilot.
That game wasn't released, Theodore.
You can still get demos of it, or you can still get builds of it online, I think.
Have you played it?
No?
Then shut up.
It's gonna be a short comment.
This scene, the person who wrote this, maybe people just acted differently, 50 years ago, but I guess it's getting closer to 60. Jesus Christ. People in this scene don't act like people. Like these two girls, like, we're looking for flowers for our dance coming up, and then just because they see this, what is essentially a funky Venus flytrap.
Uh-huh.
They go, oh my God, Seymour, you're the greatest. We're gonna spend $2,000 here for our dance. It's like, what fucking school in 1960 had a flower budget of $2,000?
Yeah, a flower budget.
So they're like making out of him now. It's just like most schools these days don't have a budget of $2,000 a year.
You know what? This is why you need to stop funding public schools, because if they're spending $2,000 on flowers, they're wasting taxpayer money.
They are. Fuck you, girls.
Fuck you, girls who are characters in a movie I just watched.
I hope he fall off that bridge to Terabithia like that other twat did.
He's so sad because his friend died.
It's so sad that they both couldn't die.
Piece of shit. That was like,
This is like, call me dad now. No.
well, I mean, Mr. Mushnick like raised Seymour, so like he kind of it's a telling of Mr. Mushnick's character where he considers him just like this street urchin that he did him a favor, and now that he's starting to become famous, he's like, call me dad.
Just like Aladdin.
Yeah. I was listening to I think it was Patton Oswalt, and I can't remember the context of the joke, but he says something like really raunchy, but it's like made up, and he goes, yes, boo, robot I just made up. Similar to you talking about fictional kids dying. It's like, yes, boo.
They ain't fucking real. Kill all the fictional kids.
Jesus, oh, I wouldn't go that far. That's like, we were
The
watching.
gang for Martha, murder them.
We were watching Halloween last night, and there's that Michael Myers kills the
Spoiler alert! People never seen this. If you don't want to know something about Halloween 2018, stop watching for 2 seconds.
he kills the adolescent kid, and then there's the part with the baby. I was like, God, don't kill the baby.
I think even the makers were like, this would take Michael Myers too far.
That's why they make him pause, and then he doesn't kill the baby.
They would who lose all his fans if he kills the baby.
Erin actually said, she was like, no character in that movie was likable. And I was like, yeah, every character except Michael Myers. She was like,
He didn't kill the
I
baby.
was like, you didn't kill the baby.
That's character growth, Aaron.
What happened to my plant, Dad?
Oh no! And it was so
So this
beautiful.
is a movie.
just a few seconds ago.
This is a good choice. Good choice for this commentary. And so,
Look,
like,
man, there's not a lot of choices for public domain.
Actually, not thanks to Disney. And so now, like all fair weather fathers, as soon as the plant looks like it doesn't work anymore, it's like, don't call me dad, you piece of shit.
What do you call me dad for, weirdo?
Call me dad. Okay, daddy, don't make it weird now.
don't have the why. What are you doing? You freak.
So there's later on in the movie there is a transitional cut where they cut to a shot of the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and it is literally just because in editing they needed to do a cut, but the cuts were so similar looking, it was very jarring to look at, and so just for the ease of the edits, I think Corman was just like, oh, like what stock footage do we have to we can splice in, so they cut in a shot of the moon, and apparently as what tickled Corman was that there's been like dozens of articles and like essays written on the significance of the shot of the moon in this movie, and it's like, we just needed 2 seconds of filler, you fucking morons.
Oh my god.
That's, and I don't for a second want to appear that I am academic, but sometimes, and this is what I felt like in English class having to fucking study like poems and shit. Sometimes if it's written that a character is wearing a blue scarf, it's just a fucking blue scarf. It doesn't represent man's inner turmoil and like the fear of the dangers of progression in life. Sometimes a blue scarf is just a fucking blue scarf. And I think sometimes, especially if you go to film school, you have to always look into the hidden meaning of something. It's like, sometimes people are just cheap and lazy and throw something into a movie. Doesn't fucking mean anything.
Now to bring this conversation back to lowbrow. So while you were going on that big long academic tangent, the YouTube closed captioning changed "feed me" to "beat me." So what if Seymour just had to start jerking off the plant?
No, it's like, beat me, you want blood? I'll give you some blood. Just pummels the plant.
Take that, you stupid flower. Wait, is Seymour gonna find a homeless person and feed it to the plant?
Yes.
Jesus.
I love. That fucking like 60s sitcom era acting. Holy fuck. Fucking. Oh fuck.
Hey, there's that bottle of alcohol. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, it's a very slow moving train.
I like how the train was slowing down too.
Oh, totally. So Seymour's a piece of shit. Seymour deserves to take.
There's that bottle of alcohol. Oh, throw a rock.
I threw a rock at him. See, Seymour deserves to take that bridge to Terabithia. Look how he's got the hold of that guy in a little fucking knapsack. Look at that.
Oh yeah, because he was hit by a train, so that's just pieces.
It's the hamburger.
It's the hand burglar.
She goes, do all the hands.
You idiot, just feed it to the plant, dumbass. You know the plant needs blood.
The thing is, he could have literally just left it there. Like, who would have tied him to this crime?
True. I think somebody threw a rock at this guy. before he was hit by a train.
There's a bucket over here for some reason. Seymour!
That's every time there's a bucket, Seymour's afoot.
I did I'm gonna go on a tangent to something that no one's ever seen and probably won't. But years ago, a friend and I, we did a commentary. A friend and I did a commentary for The Exorcist. On the long rightfully forgotten Gizmo's Gonads. We did a
God!
commentary for The Exorcist, and there's a moment where one of the detectives is like outside like Reagan's house, and there's a bunch of like grass there, and kind of like with a bucket. And then people watch it, just joking, like, grass doesn't normally grow like this. Someone must be possessed in the area.
Possession is afoot. Oh my God! He is the hand burglar.
Thank God this man died of his hand perfectly straight like a mannequin's would be.
It's rigor mortis.
Oh. So does Seymour murder people in the Franco's movie?
So essentially, I'm trying to remember. I think it might just escalate from. So there's that. They have the song where the plant is telling him to feed him, and then he finds out what the plant needs. Well, he already knows that it needs blood, but he's trying to give him like all these options. Like he's like, I'll go down to the butcher, and he's like, no, it must be fresh. And so then like essentially like once it gets to like the final verse of the song, he figures out that like he has to murder somebody to have enough blood to sustain it. And then they because it's already established that Audrey is dating the dentist.
That's a departure I don't care for.
Okay, well she's dating the dentist, and the dentist is an abusive boyfriend. And so like that creates that love triangle where like
it doesn't justify murder, Seymour.
So like the plant essentially like tempts him, and he's like you can't think of anybody who's worthy of dying. And then they both see like the dentist like is taking Audrey back to her apartment, and
look at that terrible framing. As soon as he stands up, his face is like that's. I know calling you on a quick and easy turnaround time, but god damn it, boy, that more fall into your staging.
I mean, think about the Fantastic Four movie, bud.
He didn't direct that, but that movie is still the best Fantastic Four movie ever made.
What did he do then?
Producer.
Oh.
He produced most of the movies. Like it was like Roger Corman's studio. And look at that acting. He's like he looks like the guy in the room getting a blowjob. Look at his face. Plants. He looks like he's doing a fucking like Frankenstein.
Swing open the ribcage like a rusty gate.
Blood! Oh no, someone tipped over my show.
People who look like things.
Why did he leave dinner just to go back to the shop for a minute?
I'm sure if we were listening to the audio, it would have said.
Yeah, probably.
Creme de mint, anything. Theodore, creme de la mint, as Derek Trotter would say.
C.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So is there no Mr. Mamushka in the remake?
Mr. Mushnick?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Ah.
Yeah, like
Why isn't he dating Audrey?
Oh, Mr. Mushnick dates Audrey
in this one. Yeah, they're dating.
Oh, yeah, no. Mr. Mushnick is there. Audrey and Seymour, his two employees, and then the dentist is who dates Audrey, and the dentist is an abusive boyfriend. So.
And Seymour kills him.
Yeah.
I'm glad he dies in the end. That's not likable. I'm glad that in the remake, Seymour takes the trip across the bridge to Terabithia.
Holy crap, the plant grew really fast in this one. I think I'm still eating flowers.
Look how fake those flowers are, man.
My secret shade. Why don't you go eat some flowers?
You already made that joke, TJ.
I'm gonna keep making it if he keeps eating freaking flowers.
Just don't sing the hot dog song.
Chicken tonight. I can't believe when we were talking about that, you said that you actually had chicken tonight.
No, I mean, like, Chicken Tonight was a brand in England.
Oh.
And like those commercials would play all the time. Like, why are they like trying to sleep with him? He made a plant. Like,
It's a plant. Oh, Mr. Mushnick knows.
I heard you. I saw you feed that thing feet.
Feed it a foot.
Well, you know, it's because
Where'd
in
you get the
this.
foot?
Well, because in this, in it.
Did you kill a homeless person with a rock, and then he got hit by a train, and then you fed him the foot?
Look over there. I want to do a remake of this.
You said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. I want to do a remake of this where it's the exact same movie, but as Seymour is feeding the plant the foot, we just splice in that clip of Michelangelo going, "Eat feet, eat feet, eat feet" from the 2003 Ninja Turtle game.
Oh my god.
Eat feet, eat feet, eat feet.
I think we said that enough during that time.
Jesus Christ.
You don't remember? Well, this is kind of an unusual type.
What was the cue, like in these types of movies, the amount of negative space at like the top of the screen?
I don't see how it could get any bigger.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've already said that this movie isn't framed very well, so...
It's again, you know, for a movie ostensibly filmed, all of the indoor stuff, not the exteriors, but all the indoor stuff was filmed in 2 days. I wonder how much pre-production they had. Like, I wonder how much what you call it,
Yeah,
rehearsal
that
they
thing.
did.
I would assume very little.
Yeah, they probably just had the script. You know, there's also conflicting reports. Some people say that people on the worked on the movie, but like everyone stuck to the script very closely, and other people were like, apparently, there's people who suggest that like Dick Miller just improvised everything on set. I guess it just was one of those Bill Murray things. Where some people say that he made up all of his dialogue in Ghostbusters. Some people say that he improvised a little bit here and there, but mostly stuck to the script. The way that TJ, the way that guy went out of the thing scared, is that how you react whenever you find a used syringe in the floor?
Shut up. That's a legitimate thing to not be cool about. And I hate that you act like it wasn't a big deal.
Or just see in a motel. Let's get into this, boys and girls. TJ has a fear of motels.
I don't like motels.
Why?
Because I want, if I'm going to stay somewhere, I don't want it to be, like, gross, and I don't want it to be, like...
Hotels can be gross.
We haven't stayed at a gross one. You have.
$3
That's
a
why
night, can't complain.
Yes, I freaking can.
$3 a night for 2 beds and a hot tub. I mean, yeah, there was a condom in the hot tub, but still, like, $3. So
This is why when you book places, I ask you for them so
No,
I can
I'm-
check them out.
I'm like, I go for the cheapest one because we're there just to sleep and go do this other thing. We don't spend that much time in the hotel. That's why I don't care. If it was a place like, if we were going on a vacation somewhere where we were going to stay in like a resort, then I would care more.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like there's a middle ground.
He took his tooth,
I
TJ.
did. There's a middle ground, dude. Like it's not just $30 a night. Who could complain? Yes, I complain.
You
Like
should. Oh, you entitled gamer. Why don't you go out Sakurai for all characters and smash, you bastard?
you make me so uncomfortable.
I actually heard. Oh God, look at that. He's gonna.
Are they sword fighting?
That's almost as bad as in I've got Batman in my basement when Batman sword fights the Penguin, and it's with an umbrella and a screwdriver.
Oh, look who it is.
Jack, here's Johnny.
Oh, yes.
God, he looks creepy.
He always Jack Nicholson always looks crazy.
That's fair.
Even in movies where he's not acting crazy,
Mhm.
he looks crazy.
That's totally fair.
And so yeah, from everything I could look up, this was like his third movie.
Mhm.
Wilberforce what? Just
Look at the little bow tie.
His name's
my first
Wilberforce.
name is Wilbur, my last name
He's
is
auditioning to be a young James Bond there.
I don't have a name.
Dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Maybe?
So I did actually just hear that
One of your
on the Smash website apparently one of the new items is going to be a used syringe.
Well, as you can see,
Why are
I
you
have a
such a
customer
piece of
now,
shit?
and I'm all booked
Can you
up
answer
for
me
the
that?
rest of the day, so you'll have to
Why you
come
gotta be a
back
piece of
tomorrow.
shit?
And apparently, if he gets in the game, Banjo Kazooie's stage is going to be a really seedy motel.
I don't care as long as it's Banjo. I'll just play it on Mega Mode.
But if you go on a Mega Mode, there's just used syringes and condoms everywhere on the floor.
This is the first time somebody's ever left in the middle of a movie commentary. Have fun doing it. The rest by yourself.
No, but seriously, I do think Banjo Kazooie stage will be the Bridge to Terabithia. And one of them has to go.
One of them's gotta go. It's gotta be a bear.
With the Brooker fly. Although it didn't go so well for Duck Hunt Bird.
No.
Duck Hunt Duck. Like, what do you call that character? Like
The duck.
the dog. Is the dog's name? I'd love it if the dog's name was Hunt.
Out the back door.
That makes so much sense. Duck Hunt.
Hey Gareth, what's the dog's name? Doggy.
Yeah, I know it's a
No,
dog.
I know it's a doggy, Gareth. Oh yeah, so I guess is he dead already? The dentist? Like, is that what killed him? The little sword fight, and then like
In this movie, wouldn't surprise me. And now Jack Nicholson is going to perform his own dental stuff.
yikes.
It's like it reminds me of that Animaniacs. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea, doing your own taxes. Bad,
Bad
idea,
idea.
doing your own dentist work. Oh my god, could you imagine how bad that would be? Don't stop now.
I gotta fill it up with this here silver stuff.
Well, aren't you gonna pull any?
Oh my god. It's so creepy.
Okay, so TJ, what is a bigger nightmare for you?
Hmm.
This, where you're in the Jack Nicholson booth with this incompetent schmuck who is doing dentist work on you, or Syringe Motel.
The incompetent schmuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Dr. Farr,
Oh my god, Seymour did the whole thing.
I can truly say I've never enjoyed myself so much. I'll recommend you to all my friends.
I recommend you to all my.
Okay, so he is dead.
I like how he just carried the dentist through town.
Take it easy, Dracula.
So
What
it's
do you think I'm carrying here, my
so
dirty
it's
boy?
it's a little creepier in the Frank Oz version.
Well, I think this one is clearly played more for comedy.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what happens is, well, I mean, I don't know. The Frank Oz version's comedic too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like this is a flat out farce.
Oh,
There's like
okay.
nothing serious about this movie.
So essentially, like I said, what happens? So they go through the song where the Audrey 2 is talking about how it needs blood to survive.
Eat feet, eat
Eat
feet.
feet. So what happens is, Seymour goes to the dentist office with the intention of killing the dentist,
Yeah.
not because he actually had to go. And so what happens is the dentist he has an addiction to nitrous oxide. Like when he first meets him, he's like huffing nitrous oxide, like he just keeps it on him at all times. So what he does is he like looks at Seymour's teeth and he's like, oh yes, you're gonna need extensive dental work. And he's like, I'm gonna need a little something extra for this. He
Oh.
puts on a harness and the harness like attaches to his face, and it just like continuously pumps in
Like
nitrous
Bane?
oxide.
Like Bane's mask?
Yeah. So what ends up happening is like, so he something happens. And he tries to get it off, and he breaks the knob, and he's like, "Seymour, give me a hand," and he's just like, "No." And like, it's like, Steve Martin, the whole the little like laugh that he has, where like he's dying because he can't take the harness off, and he's just like. So yeah, so that's how it happens. That's how Dennis dies.
Sounds hot.
A little bit. It's my fetish. Killing people with nitrous oxide.
Dentist dying. Dentist taking that long bridge to Terabithia. That's my fetish.
You're such a bad person.
We should do a commentary for Bridge to Terabithia. Hey, good, you're fucking dead.
Yeah, it's a real dentist from Little Shovel Horse.
Those petals look so fake.
They do.
There's like paper mache.
Oh boy, look at that.
Hi, everybody.
I think Mr. Mushnick already knows like what happens to the plant, like when you feed it human body parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's grown even bigger. So it's just like,
Gee, Audrey, you don't have
wait,
to
that
kiss me.
means.
Don't you like me to kiss you?
Yeah.
You don't like me to kiss me.
Think about it.
Why shouldn't I?
We don't letting you spend so much. I can't get over that sign in the back.
You really do. You like to
Who
kiss me.
who drew that and then was like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Same person who localized Mega Man 8. Base, why you don't understand?
Boy, you kiss good. Audrey.
Even that's better. Like that's close enough. Like that's just like somebody put the script through Google Translate. That's what that is. And then somebody went, "It's close enough." But that someone actively had to draw that and then showed it to somebody else.
Well, no, I think the joke is because he's like I think it's supposed to be
Talk on Audrey.
broken English because he's a foreigner.
Okay, let's take a
Get
look.
it? That's the joke.
Oh,
Look at my plant.
with a name like Mushnick.
He's clearly French.
We.
Hello, Mr. Shiva. What's new?
You.
Oh, I got
We.
unexpected. Let's go to the little boy.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, baby!
Hey,
Like to buy
baby.
maybe some flowers?
40% off from everything.
Well, I'll get them for you. Look at my plant.
I'm looking.
These are FBI agents.
Alright, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
You ever watched the fucking Conan the Barbarian commentary?
No.
Schwarzenegger, he just devolves to like, I go into cave here. Look, there's a rock. In this scene, I have sword. He's just like narrating what's happening on the movie.
But they actually aren't. I think these like are.
I think that they're police detectives.
Oh, that's okay. I
Right.
totally missed that. I thought they were like the press people who were looking at the.
Look at here in the scene. I have bicep. Yes.
These are men talking.
Rawr.
What are you doing? Stop it!
Put the flower down.
Stop eating flowers.
Oh, isn't it terrible what happened to your boyfriend?
A line from Simpsons.
Mr. Potterman, put the flower down.
go get some more blood. Bring that to the plant.
He's finished all grown up. He wouldn't kid your father. My father came home. Me, idiot. It's a figure of
Jesus.
speech.
What?
It's just-
I want to see Venom. I want to see the symbiote infect Audrey now.
Audrey 2?
Yeah.
Be so sure.
I mean Audrey Jr.
3 times already.
Audrey 6.
I mean, what did
No.
he eat this time? About 1 million Japanese beetles.
There was something weird about there's something weird about the Frank Oz version. When
Maybe from some kind of a commitment
there's a
outside
part
the
there's
school.
all these parts where like the Audrey 2
Excellent.
like
Bye. I understand you want to take Audrey out on a date tonight.
opens its mouth
That's very good with me.
and
Because I am
they can see like down into like it's like into its throat, and I wasn't sure like I wasn't sure what they were going for, whether they're going for like that's how you kill it or something. But I always just thought it was really weird that like they always whenever it opens its mouth real wide, that a character just like notices something in the back of its throat. It's just like, well, why? What are they doing? Is that how it reproduces?
Gordon.
Gordon. Oh, I thought you were saying we should kill the children and harvest their organs for beer money.
God damn it.
But your idea's good too.
God fucking damn it. So you said something about in the remake there's like news people. There's like
Yeah, they do like a press tour.
paparazzo.
Yeah.
Damn you, paparazzo.
Have you seen that tweet that's going around that just says trailer for Spider-Man 4 trailer?
The what?
It's just footage of Tobey Maguire getting harassed by paparazzi.
What?
It says the tweet says Spider-Man 4 trailer, and it's footage of Tobey Maguire from like I don't know how long ago, but he's getting harassed by paparazzi, and they're getting too close to his car, and he swings open the door and it hits a camera, and then like when the camera like readjusts, he's just like, get out of my fucking way! There's fucking cars!
You have been selected to receive the annual trophy.
Why Spider-Man 4?
Because his next movie would have been Spider-Man 4.
Tell me, when do you
Fix this damn door!
Well, according to what the book says about the
This is so random. I was like, what?
Very well.
I can't remember if I said this to you just because we're being completely going off book here, and this is obviously the bit where she's like, I let the plant, yes, remarkable plant, yes, goodbye. I would tell you about that fucking tweet. It was like a Frasier script, and it's like Frasier goes like, no, I say no. Did you happen to see that meteorite that passed overhead last night? It just goes like Niles' face opens to reveal like 6 tentacles come out. Frasier, I'll call the restaurant and have them put your reservation back. So this is Seymour's first date. He's bringing his date back to his mother's to his home, and his mother's gonna put on a meal.
Sit here, Audrey.
Okay, he does Seymour puts his shell down and he takes a coat. He just Loomis the coat.
Loomis the coat. They should start making out when mama's bringing the food in. Oh, my Seymour! Was this like your first date with Erin? Did you bring her back and your mother kicked her, and then you took off Erin's jacket and just threw it over the house?
Just threw it.
Threw it in the trash.
You don't need this coat anymore.
Oh, fuck.
Get your new coats.
Moving the fucking floor, that coat's down there.
It's never cold in Florida. It's just really weird. Yikes. Oh, this is it. This is when Mushnick's gonna get his comeuppance.
The big comeuppance for what? He ain't done anything.
This is for dating Audrey.
Lucky you. Tonight I keep an eye on you. I don't let nobody get near you.
See, like, he's kind of a dick to Seymour, but Seymour's a fucking
Is
moron.
he gonna eat a big sandwich? Let him finish the sandwich first, at least.
Come on, just don't be rude.
Soup.
Now I want a big sandwich.
I don't touch it till I get the.
Give me the biggest sandwich you got. That's too big.
No, that's too big.
Here you are.
Is that salt?
I'll try it.
Oh, cocaine.
I mean, it was the 50s.
It was the people did stuff different back then.
Cod liver oil. Wonderful for the colon.
And that's sulfur powder on top.
This is so awkward to watch.
A little bit, yeah, they're just eating soup. Oh, good, they finished the sandwich. Looks so, looks like, I don't know what you would call that. It definitely doesn't look like a flower. I get it from a chair.
You see that jerk?
Dumb.
He dropped his notes.
Do you see that jerk?
I love that. My favorite Homer line, just for no reason. Did you see that?
Sorry, that was the old ignition nucleus. Homer doesn't laugh. He drops.
You see that
See
jerk?
that jerk?
He
He
dropped
dropped his notes. It goes on for so long too, where he's just laughing.
Who would you like to have tonight?
This is- I mean, like, it's such a weird idea. Just in general, like I guess like this plot doesn't. It's kind of an odd.
No, I get it. It's all about moral, like your moral fiber. Because
He's the real hero. Mushker's the real hero of the story.
of this one,
Yeah, why not? Why not? He frowns on Seymour killing people. I mean, okay, yes, he does profit from it, and he doesn't turn Seymour in. But regardless of that, he's the hero of the story, and Seymour deserves to take that Tabitha Bridge cruise.
yeah. I mean, but Seymour never had anything, so it's
So?
kind of.
I think that justifies murder.
I'm not saying. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying that it justifies it. What I'm saying is I can understand his thought process skewed or anything. Like, I understand. I'm not saying I forgive, I understand.
You murderous sympathizer.
What?
Who hasn't?
Hypophizer?
Too young to get married.
What do you say?
Go out with him.
We don't have a chip.
What? I love it if at this point in time, just like a snowplow came through, driven by gremlins. Every movie can be improved by adding gremlins to it.
Who put a gremlin in this movie?
Jokes.
Ha cha cha.
So it's okay. I have not seen the remake, but I guess I forget. That's the shortest hiding place ever. So the ending of the remake, does it end where it ends with everyone dying?
Yeah.
But what in the original ending?
Or wait,
the world ended.
I think the original ending is that the Audrey 2 like took over.
The world,
Yeah.
but just in the theatrical
Wait.
cut, everyone dies.
I'm trying to think. I think what happens is that Seymour like blows it up. I'm pretty sure. He blows up the plant, and then it destroys like the entire shop.
Thank you very much.
And
I like your brand of hospitality. You'll excuse it isn't more. I'm only a poor flower.
can't remember. Pretty sure that's how it ends.
$30 here.
Look, this guy is clearly the bad guy because he has a scar on his face. People with deformities are bad.
They came in to look at the plant. It's a big attraction.
That's why you're the villain of FTCR.
Jim, 30,000 squares didn't come in here just to look for a plant. I want it. I don't got no
That's how it used to be, though, wasn't it? They were like bad people have to be ugly. That's how you know they're bad.
That was a thing in like the James Bond series, like James Bond, Ian Fleming, and I guess in a lot of the original Bond novels, all of that, the bad guys or the like heavies, always had some kind of weird deformity. Because Ian Fleming was just like, those people are weird, they're evil.
Yeah, well, Ian Fleming
I
was
fucking wish Matt Gordy was here to do his Ian Fleming impression. I love that.
Jams Beyond.
James Bond.
Jams Beyond.
Casino Royale, dear boy.
Casino Royale.
Chatty bang bang. I love this. Is my favorite thing. Jack Gordy was on a different. I think it was on a Dead Poets podcast as Ian Fleming, and someone brings up like the James Bond and the Turtles, and he's like, "Yes, dear boy, James Bond would clearly be a Raphael." Oh no!
Whoa.
See, if this was a Zack Snyder movie, that gunshot would symbolize that guy just fucking came. He's been eaten.
I am no more sitting up with that no good Nick.
What?
Haven't you seen the Watchmen movie?
It's all grown up now.
When Night Owl and Silver Spectre? Silk Spectre having sex in the Owlmobile, and as they climax, they press the button and fucking like flames come out.
Oh yeah.
It's like that is the kind of least subtle imagery. That is like fucking 4 years old to come up with that. Jesus Christ.
I just want to be in the room where he pitches that, and it's just like, okay.
Was that in the book? I haven't read the book in a while. Was that imagery in the book?
I haven't read the book in
I
a
would
while
assume
either.
that. I mean, Alan Moore is a crazy person
Alan
for
Moore.
different reasons, but at least back then, I think you would assume that they would do something so on the nose.
I don't think they
It'll be
did.
just like going to the country.
He might have, but just to be in the room when he's just like, he's like, okay. So then they fuck. Hardcore. And when he comes,
She's out after your money.
there's a flamethrower.
Oh, she's a smart one.
That's what I really wish, like somebody like you, who had some scruples, worked in the film industry, and just went, "What the fuck?
You fucking stupid,
you dumb idiot, stupid, dumb."
You just got fucking Specsavers, mate. All right, fucking look at that. It's fucking dumb.
Movie guy told me that's not dumb.
I would have been in the room when during production of Man of Steel, they were like, we had to take the red briefs off because it's not, in this day and age, having the briefs on the outside is just not believable. I like to be in the room, like, he fucking flies! He's a fucking alien, you idiot!
Just hit somebody with a chair.
He fucking... And then he hits that and a flamethrower comes out of his
What
stomach.
do you fucks not understand? He flies! Ooh, sandwiches.
Ooh, I go for a sandwich.
I should have ate before
Peanut butter and jelly.
we started this.
Oh, no,
I had to make you
TJ's hungry for blood.
peanut butter and jelly bond me.
You're just being silly, Seymour.
I just like a brownie.
Look, a 5-year-old back that much. Oh wait, back to the movie.
FTCR, did you guys do any research? Oh, the movie! No.
For what? Oh, the movie. No.
Take me with you, Seymour.
Who cares? People don't watch FTCR for us to be on topic.
You too, Seymour.
Oh, they're in love.
Aww.
What'd you say?
Kiss was interrupted.
Something was said.
Something's afoot.
What are you doing, Seymour?
Get it? Something's afoot. Ow! Cause the plant eats feet.
Say it.
Ow!
I said it.
I'm looking right
Eat
at
this foot.
A ventriloquist.
Eat feet, eat feet.
Do you feel all right?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
You know, it's because I'd only really seen Jackie Joseph from like the Gremlins movie era. She was a handsome woman, man.
Right, if you're so hungry, eat
Yeah.
something, but forget about me.
How old was she supposed to be here?
I'm not 100%. I'm gonna take a rough guess. I could be completely wrong. Probably late 20s, I would imagine at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something like that. But maybe like early 30s.
Please wait, listen to me.
But yeah, so to go back to what I was saying earlier about Corman,
You tell me
a
that
lot
you're
of people got
hungry
to start
and
with
you're
Corman. Joe
like,
Dante, Nicholson, James Cameron. James Cameron's first director credit is as the director of Piranha 2, the sequel to Joe Dante's Piranha, a spoof of Jaws. And as what would become commonplace, James Cameron went over budget and over schedule, and Roger Corman fired his ass. James Cameron got fired off Piranha 2.
So what good movies has
Corman being associated?
yeah.
I will be completely honest, I am not too well familiar with
I'm getting pretty tired of you.
Corman's entire filmography. A lot of it is cheap trash.
You not only made a butcher out of me, but
campy, cheap trash.
Yeah, you know, I think some stuff like Death Race, I want to say, was a common thing. Obviously, I think probably one of the more infamous movies involved with him was the unreleased '94 Fantastic Four movie, like early '90s, which that was literally only made because the rights holders wanted to hold on to the copyright.
Yeah.
So that movie was never, as is a lot of these contracts, they had to start making a movie by a certain date or Marvel would get the rights back. And so that movie was made to never really see the light of day.
Wow.
You can find it. I want to say someone made like a feature-length documentary about it. I think somewhere in the similar vein of the documentary about Superman Lives. That I've been meaning to try. There's so many. I'm fascinated with behind the scenes, like candid documentaries. That's why I love things that I'm probably sure you can probably find a decent Roger Corman, like look back at his like it's especially for these kind of studios. What I highly recommend is a movie called Electric Boogaloo, that is about the kind of rise and fall of Canon films, and just how fucking terrible they were. The Children of the Night.
This has been so weird. Wait,
This montage is literally a French farce. At this point, it is like a fucking Tom and Jerry cartoon. So that shot of the moon, that was. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't the moon. That was
yeah.
Someone clearly plays Mario Kart.
Yeah. Wait, this movie came out before Mario Kart rip off this movie?
It's like me and Moto were back in time.
They just fire Transformers? Oh yeah, he did that. What an idiot.
Bro.
It's the same woman.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Is that the moon, Gareth?
I'm trying to decide if that's CG or in game.
No, it's claymation.
It's a puppet.
Get it? He's blinking in tandem with the light.
Whoa!
Whoa! It's the escalator to nowhere.
It is the escalator to nowhere. So at this point, he's been kind of brainwashed by the Audrey 2 plan to go out and kill. And this Lady of the Night,
He was brainwashed?
maybe, I don't know.
I mean, he's acted like it.
Yeah. See, this Lady of the Night wants to have her evil ways and take him on a one-way trip to the bridge to Terabithia.
God, I hate you.
What kind of food does he like?
I like to toy with my emotions. I really want to, because I just I got my Hey Arnold full complete series box set in the mail, and I just
Did you go straight to episode mugged?
no. But I do want to do we should do a supercut of just footage of me watching episodes of Hey Arnold and just the moments that make me cry.
Just looking for a bus stop.
Because I think there's definitely more in Hey Arnold than any other show from that time
My name
period.
is Seymour.
Yeah, Parents Day was good. You know what? She reminds me of Elizabeth Banks.
Are you interested?
Little bit.
You're just wasting my time.
I never thought
Little bit.
anybody would volunteer. Do you
This is
volunteer?
Seymour and Miriam make a porno.
All right.
This whole thing is weird. Why is she giving him
All right.
why did she care that he
I don't care.
was ignoring her, and then she chases him down and does all this?
I don't have a coin.
Flip anything.
For
Well, there's a rock.
comedy? Question mark?
Wet or dry?
Is he gonna hit her with a rock too? Is that his thing? Why do I keep calling these things 2 seconds before they happen?
And it's just specifically for rock murder. That's your superpower. You can guess rock murder 12 seconds before that. You're gonna kill him with rock?
I had the feeling in my bones that the mystery was drawing to its climax, and I was determined to be on hand.
All right, out. Nobody is in. Today we have a
No,
special
thanks, me,
occasion
y'all.
for Seymour Krelboyne, which has
No,
unveileded
no,
the
Jimmy.
big plan. So I want everyone
Well, not
to
Jimmy.
please
For Fred's house, for Burrow's house.
No, the plant's not here. It's your house. And Bill's house. That's not possible. It's a plant. There can't be more places than one.
What are you doing with my money, Bill?
It's in the plant, see? Everybody just go in the plant and get the money.
Yeah, okay.
Man, you're devolved in Edward James Robinson.
Ah.
Man. Here, eat some flowers, man.
Where's my sign now, man?
I'm sorry, Seymour. I just don't understand you.
I'll explain everything after.
I don't understand you,
just-
Seymour, you freak. Go away.
Jesus.
Go away, you freak. Go.
Get away from me.
Get away from me. Leave me alone, you. I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of this.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored for to have you. Still working on those.
Alright, so how do we... come on, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, folks.
Let me see your tongue.
Can we do that? Can we wrap it up?
Now what you got?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Trench mouth. I know, I had it back in '09.
Better have that looked into, Frank. Whatever you say, Joe.
Mr. Krelboyne.
So I take it now that they were, like, highly suspicious of...
You do think those buzzards...
Oh, wait, are they giving him... Are they giving him some sort of award?
Giving them an award for best. Oh, you know, I was
Best plant.
gonna make a joke saying best cannibalistic plant, but a plant eating a human wouldn't be a cannibalistic.
Oh, it's true. Man-eating. Best carnivorous plant. What?
Isn't that the railroad cop?
What?
The rest.
Is that all the people it murdered?
Yeah,
What?
but it's like they look nothing like them. Like these are
No.
some bad special effects, man. And I get this was cheap,
What do you think, Frank?
but because those are close-ups, you couldn't just have the actors like stick their head outs.
I want them to just take... I just want them to take, like, a Tommy gun and just start killing the plant.
Yeah, but why don't they?
Looks like they're getting away, Joe.
Kill Wolfie Dowager.
They're still happy about it.
Start making out with a plant, please.
Get him, Seymour. Finish him off.
Did one of them fall down and we didn't see it?
Yeah.
This is just a fucking Scooby-Doo cartoon now. I'm looking forward to the bit where they start coming out of different doors.
Yep.
He's done that to you twice now, you fucking morons! Fuck off!
This is really a Scooby-Doo. Hey, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, the kids were all related.
You said that. Oh, no trespassing. Under penalty of the law. Seymour, no. Signs are meant to be read.
So I'm going to assume the remake doesn't divulge into a just cartoonist chase across trespassing
No.
lawns.
Wait, is Seymour gonna get hit by a train?
Is Seymour going to throw a rock and hit himself?
No, I have to guess that, or else it doesn't happen. Wait, is Seymour gonna get hit by a rock? 5, 4,
3, 2.
Oh, they shot him!
That's much worse.
They shot him 6 times.
But that gun fires rocks. It is like why climb up there? They can see you better up there, you numbnut. Like
Idiot.
this.
Run away.
I think we finally found a police force more incompetent than the Springfield police force.
Bake them away, toys.
Please climb through the wheel there.
I think Mr. Mushnick's doing nothing to stop them from shooting him. he's just like, I got nothing.
He's a murderer.
Just shoot him.
He murdered people. He deserves to get.
Just shoot him.
Throw a book at him, and they just throw like the Bridge of Terabithia book at him.
They throw I Am the Rock, a autobiography of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No, it wasn't called that. It was something else. I think I have a copy of that. Whoop. Please tell me. Yep. Oh my god, this is the
This is so goofy.
fucking farce, man.
Oh no, the toilet store.
How should we end this movie? Chase?
How should we end the movie? At the toilet store.
At the toilet factory. I was buying toilets.
From the minute that we started this picture, I was saying to myself, when are they gonna get to the toilet factory?
Please tell me they pen. He's just using one.
He's acting like a mannequin.
Yeah. You wouldn't find him here with the toilets.
Is that mannequin taking a shit?
Just shoot through the toilets.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Kill everything.
Ew, he was in one.
And then they should go back and murder all those children.
Yeah, all the unrelated
Yeah, they're part of the story, man.
children.
If they die, it doesn't affect them. I mean, why would you go back there for, you moron?
He forgot his hat.
Oh, right. I can't go on the lawn without my hat. You dirty rat plant.
I can't go on the land without my hat. My hat will get cold.
I have to go on the sheep.
I don't get pneumonia.
Made you like you never been fed before.
That's right, kill the plant. Kill it. Yeah, get in the plant. You idiot.
And here it is, the greatest twist ending of all time.
Oh no.
It's nice that Mamushka and the police stop for cigars.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have stopped to get that haircut. Sorry.
The door's open, Frank.
Is it Batman? Is that the twist? Does Batman show up?
Audrey's a scientist.
Good boy.
Audrey's a scientist. Oh no!
I didn't mean it.
That is like... Those don't look like the people.
No, at all.
They don't look like the people. So there it is, boys and girls. That is our commentary of the 1960 Little Shop of Horrors. I do apologize if you didn't know more about the movie.
Shut up. Like I said, who comes to?
At least in the last two, we had a fair bit to talk about. This one's just like
I don't remember that.
Gordon.
Happy Halloween.
See you next year for another public domain Halloween.